Apple just had their first official event of the year, and it was a big one where they announced 5 new products, starting off with a new iPhone. Well, at least a new color of an iPhone in the purple iPhone 12 and 12 mini, where not only is the rear glass panel purple, but you also get a color-matched aluminum frame. We'll be doing an unboxing when we get our hands on it, but for now, pre-orders start on Friday with availability on April 30th. The next new product is one that's been rumored for years now, and that is the AirTag. Simply put, this is something that'll help you keep track of anything that you're worried about losing. Just attach one to your keys or throw one in your bag, and you'll be able to track the AirTag with the Find My app on your iPhone. And the cool thing about it is it leverages the Find My network, where the AirTag could send a Bluetooth signal to the hundreds of millions of Apple devices around the world and give you location data for that AirTag without the AirTag itself needing its own separate data connection, which obviously means you don't need a data subscription. And it's also a good thing for battery life, with Apple claiming that an AirTag is designed to last for more than a year before you have to replace the battery. But my favorite thing about the AirTags is for anyone with an iPhone 11 or newer, you get to finally reap the benefits of the U1 chip inside of those iPhones, where you literally get turn-by-turn directions, or what Apple is calling precision finding, to help you track down the AirTag wherever it may be, even if it's inside of your house, kind of like a game of hot and cold. Apple's offering some different accessories for the AirTags, along with free personal engravings. The AirTag starts at just $29.99 for a single unit, or you can go with a 4-pack for $100, which brings the cost down to $25 a pop. Pre-orders for the AirTag start on April 30th, with availability starting in mid-May. Alright, so the next new product that Apple announced is the Apple TV 4K, which is now powered by the A12 Bionic chip, allowing it to play HDR content at higher frame rates while also supporting Dolby Vision. Another cool feature is the Apple TV will use the light sensors on your iPhone in order to color balance your actual TV set. Apparently this is supposed to make a big difference, but we'll wait and see until we actually get our hands on it. But one of the things that I'm maybe more excited about than anything else is the new Siri remote. This new Siri remote has a one-piece aluminum design, and it comes with a 5-way click pad in addition to the touch area for those of us wanting a little bit more precision. And speaking of precision, that outer ring on the remote also doubles as a scroll wheel, so you can finally get that fine control over rewinding and fast forwarding when you're watching a show or movie. Now, that alone puts this Siri remote above pretty much any other remote in my opinion, especially now that Apple has given this Siri remote the buttons that it was missing before, like a physical mute button and a dedicated power button, so you can finally turn your TV off with the Siri remote. The Apple TV 4K starts at $179 for the 32GB model, or for just $20 more, you get to double the storage at 64GB. And just like with the AirTags, pre-orders start on April 30th, and availability starts in mid-May. Moving on, the next new product that Apple announced is the completely redesigned iMac. The new design features thinner bezels, so it's only a little bit larger than the previous 21-inch iMac, despite having a larger 24-inch display. And it comes in a whopping 7 different colors. The new iMac's display has a 4.5K resolution. It features True Tone to adapt to the unique lighting conditions in your room. It has an improved 1080p camera with a larger sensor, a 3-microphone array with beamforming for better audio quality on your calls. It has what Apple is calling the best sound system on any Mac, with a new 6-speaker sound system, and well, this thing is just impossibly thin. I mean, that is the entire computer there, which of course is in large part thanks to the Apple Silicon M1 chip, which unlike previous iMac chips, doesn't require anywhere near the kind of heat management, and a lot of what would have been separate components is all in one system. So what you end up getting is a really slim new iMac that is also more powerful, at least according to Apple, with them claiming that in apps like Xcode, Lightroom, and iMovie, the M1 CPU is up to 85% faster than the previous 21-inch iMacs. And when it comes to the GPU, for certain apps like Photoshop, the new iMacs are up to 2 times faster than previous models. And because the M1 has the same chip architecture as the iPhone and the iPad, you can actually run iPhone and iPad apps right on the iMac's bigger screen. In terms of connectivity, the new iMacs have up to 4 USB-C ports, including 2 Thunderbolt ports, with support for up to a 6K display. Included is a 2-meter color-matched power connector that attaches magnetically with a power adapter that actually has an Ethernet port built into it, and it actually connects through the power cable itself. Apple did this probably to help keep the iMac as thin as possible, and it's actually a pretty smart design. The new keyboards and mice are, like everything else, color matched to the iMac, and really the big new feature with the keyboard is you finally have Touch ID built in, which is something that I've been wanting forever. The iMac starts at $12.99 and pre-orders began on April 30th with availability in mid-May. Alright, so we have covered a lot already, but there's still one more product to go, and that is the all-new iPad Pro, which is now more pro than ever. Because just like with the new iMacs, it's now powered by that same Apple Silicon M1 chip, which when compared to the previous gen iPad Pro, the CPU is now 50% faster, the GPU is 40% faster, the storage is now 2 times faster, and it even comes with a 2TB option. On top of that, you get 5G with millimeter wave in the US models, and while the iPads have had USB-C for a while now, the new iPad Pro has Thunderbolt with USB 4 support. On the 12.9-inch model of the iPad Pro, you get a new mini LED display, or what Apple is calling Liquid Retina XDR, which has a super bright 1000 nit full screen brightness and up to 1600 nit peak brightness, and with those 10,000 mini LEDs and 2500 local dimming zones, you also get an awesome contrast ratio of 1,000,000:1. And then finally, the last major thing that's new with the iPad Pro is the selfie camera, which to be honest, really needed an update, not because people are taking selfies on the iPad, but for video calls. Since the position where Apple puts the selfie camera is kind of awkward when the iPad is in landscape since it's all the way over on the side. But with the new ultra-wide selfie camera, that should be less of an issue with the feature Apple is calling Center Stage, where it'll zoom and pan based off where you are in frame, making sure to keep you centered and even zooming out if there's more than one person in the call. This seems really cool, but we'll have to wait and see it for ourselves. Pre-orders start on April 30th, and just like with most of the other products, availability is going to be in mid-May. We're going to be covering all of these products on the channel in the coming weeks, so be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out, especially on those unboxings. Seriously, swipe up.